values a healthy donation. We'll tell you who the generous donors are and what they'll receive in return. Those stories plus all the day's weather and sports coming up next on the Weekend Report.
Drawing for December the 17th, 1994. In the next 60 seconds, you could become Texas' newest millionaire. Tonight's jackpot is an estimated $10 million. Drawings are supervised by Lottery Security and certified by the independent accounting firm of Coopers & Lybrand. Players and prizes by matching 3, 4, 5, or 6 numbers in any order. Here are tonight's winning numbers. Our first number this evening is number 43. Tonight's second winning number is number 13. Our third number this evening is number 40. Remember, if you match as few as 3 numbers, you win $3. Our fourth number tonight is number 28. Tonight's fifth lucky lotto number is number 15. And our sixth and final number for an estimated $10 million this evening is number 4. Those numbers again are 43, 13, 40, 28, 15, and 4. If there's no jackpot winner tonight, Wednesday's jackpot rises to an estimated $20 million. Good luck from the Texas Lottery.
The permanent solution to exterior maintenance is vinyl siding from Remodeling Services of Denison.
Live from KXII-TV, this is the 12 News Weekend Report.
Gunshots ring out at the White House for the second time in less than 2 months. Good evening and thanks for joining us. The Secret Service says a search of the White House grounds has turned up 4 bullets fired in the direction of the executive mansion. CBS correspondent Nanette Hansen is in Washington and has more on the story.
The shots rang out at the White House in the middle of the night while the Clintons were asleep inside. Secret Service agents heard between 4 and 6 shots fired from the ellipse behind the building. At least 2 9mm slugs landed on the White House grounds behind the south portico. At first light, just a few hours after the incident, the search for other bullets and evidence got underway.
We don't know whether it was someone firing haphazardly from the ellipse, whether it was someone who was driving by and firing. But obviously the matter continues to be under investigation.
It's the third time since September that yellow police tape surrounds the White House. It blocked access to the annual Pageant of Peace display featuring the national Christmas tree. 2 months ago, a gunman wielding an automatic weapon sprayed the front of the White House with bullets while President Clinton was upstairs watching TV. A 26-year-old Colorado man, Francisco Duran, is being charged with trying to assassinate the president. In September, a small plane crash-landed on the south grounds of the White House. The pilot was killed, the building was damaged, and a review of White House security procedures was ordered.
The problem, as always, is you have to balance, it seems to me, the security of the president. The Secret Service does a good job protecting the president, providing for his security, providing for his protection, and at the same time providing for access of the American people to their house, the White House.
Following the incident, the president's motorcade departed from the front drive rather than the rear, but Mr. Clinton seemed unfazed by the latest incident, and he declined to answer reporters' questions about whether he heard the gunshots or whether he felt safe. The Secret Service has been pushing to widen the secure areas of the White House, possibly by closing off Pennsylvania Avenue. This latest incident, the third in recent months, may bolster that argument. Nanette Hansen, CBS News, the White House.
Oklahoma Governor David Walters is exchanging heated words again with the Oklahoma County District Attorney. This time it's about the possibility of a pardon for a convicted embezzler. Bob Mackey has voiced strong opposition to pardoning former Rose State College President Joe Packnett, who admitted to mishandling government funds. Walters says Mackey shouldn't criticize the pardon process since he was the prosecutor who accepted Packnett's plea bargain in the first place. Meanwhile, the search continues for an escaped Oklahoma murderer. 20-year-old Scott Carpenter and another inmate escaped from the McIntosh County Jail Thursday, apparently by filing through the bars. Carpenter was expected to be formally sentenced yesterday to die by lethal injection. Authorities are concentrating their search in the Texana area. The other inmate was recaptured soon after the breakout. South of the Red River, a 37-year-old New Jersey police officer is hoping to recapture $10 million. He claims he won that amount in the November 23rd Texas Lotto drawing. But the ticket was purchased through Pick State Lottery Services based in Lakewood, New Jersey. It was purchased for $2, which Lotto officials say violates the Lotto laws. Unlicensed retailers are also not allowed to sell a Lotto ticket. The Lottery Commission, the Texas Attorney General, and the Travis County DA's office are trying to determine what measures to take. This is the first time in the Lotto's 2-year history a problem of this magnitude has occurred. And problems of a different kind are trying to be resolved in Bosnia. That story tops tonight's Dateline. Former President Jimmy Carter has left Atlanta to try to negotiate a ceasefire in the former Yugoslavia. Carter successfully intervened this year in Haiti and North Korea. But entering the Bosnian war zone may be his most difficult challenge. Carter says his goal to reduce hostilities and bring Bosnian Serbs to the bargaining table on the international peace plan. U.S. officials are playing down expectations about the visit. White House Chief of Staff Leon Panetta says the issues in Bosnia are very complicated. At least 24 people were killed early this morning when a riot broke out in southern Pakistan. Dozens of others were left wounded. Pakistan's prime minister accused India for the riots. The fighting forced the closure of shopping centers, schools, and offices. 3 of the victims were Muslim students. They were shot and killed by unidentified gunmen on motorcycles in the Central District. An impressive carved ice city has gone on display in Sydney, Australia. The city was designed by a Chinese master ice carver and was created by 35 ice carvers who worked for 3 weeks with chainsaws, electric planners, and ice picks on 2,000 blocks of ice. They're kept from melting by a giant refrigerator set at 4 degrees below freezing. Russia's powerful Security Council met today to discuss the situation in Chechnya. The council advised civilians to leave the capital. A government press statement says the Security Council wanted decisive measures to be taken to avert armed attacks on Russian soldiers and civilians. Russian ground troops are reluctant to storm the capital of Chechnya. Russian officials say they will disobey any orders to advance. Back in Texoma, Christmas is a time of giving, and one local organization was hoping the generosity of Texomans would make up for money lost during the year. John Bentham was there for the climax of the fundraising project and has this report.
There was tension in the air as the names were shaken and a winner pulled.
Well, the lucky winner has ticket number 0292, named Larry King.
The Grayson County Crisis Center was sponsoring their first annual truck giveaway. About 200 tickets were sold at $100 each. It was an expensive chance, but for those who participated, the money they spent on the ticket wasn't the issue.
Well, the Crisis Center is a very needed center for battered women and children, rape, and things like that. And they just help families get relocated, set up on different types of programs, and just get back in society so they can function.
The fundraising efforts come just in the nick of time for this organization. Through federal grant eliminations and reductions, the Crisis Center has lost nearly $60,000 in funding.
It really helps to put some of that money back into our budget because we really had to cut our budget to make up for the difference in losing that money. So this will help with client services that we had to cut.
Fundraising is a key aspect to any nonprofit organization, especially if you're only allowed to do one a year.
The center only had 30 days to organize and sell tickets for the drawing, and even though timing was short, the funds couldn't have come at a better time.
It always helps to have the extra money come in, especially at this time of the year when the children need things. You know, most people can get things for their children, and the women we have can't. So this really helps to for Christmas for the children and women in the shelter.
The Crisis Center hopes to do another car raffle with more time to plan and sell tickets next year. John Bentham, 12 News.
The Crisis Center is in need of not only money, but non-perishable items, especially toiletries. Anyone wishing to donate may go by the Crisis Center to drop off your donation. And while giving is the reason for the season, still ahead on the Weekend Report, we'll take you to one place in Texoma that is a little more peaceful than the mall. And a special guest makes a surprise landing. We'll give you the details when the Weekend Report continues.
You know, I gotta laugh when I hear Dodge and Chevy trying to badmouth Ford trucks. Because the fact is, Ford F-Series has more torque than Chevy, more horsepower than Dodge, plus more payload in a bigger pickup box. And now, during Ford's leadership drive, your Oklahoma Ford dealer is going to offer you something else Dodge and Chevy can't. Low 2.9 financing. Compare that to what they'll give you, and you'll see why we've been outselling them for 17 years running. Ford F-150 now at 2.9 financing. Only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
And now, another visit with Dear Furniture Gallery.
Dear Furniture Gallery, I just found out the company is coming for the holidays, and my furniture is a mess. What can I do without spending all my Christmas money? Signed, Help for the Holidays. Dear Help, the Furniture Galleries have sofas and love seats as low as $688 with several styles and colors to choose from. Save your Christmas money because you make no payments for 6 months at the Furniture Galleries at 212 North Broadway in Ada and 206 West Main in
60 years ago, Eunice King had an idea. She turned her talent into a business and began Miss King's Kitchens right here in Sherman. Her great-tasting cakes were a big hit. In fact, they still are today. And it's not just cakes, but breads, cookies, nuts, and most recently, the legendary Texas Yahoo cake. This holiday season, send a special gift from Miss King's Kitchens. All items shipped worldwide and express delivery service available. Call toll-free or taste for yourself at 5302 Texoma Parkway in Sherman. Miss King's Kitchens, serving you for over 60 years.
My dad, he's as busy as a guy can get. And even with all of his own activities, he never neglects his family. Dad means a lot to all of us. That's why I'm glad there's a program like Golden Care. If you are 55 or over, Golden Care entitles you to benefits like free assistance with medical forms, pre-admission to the hospital. You can even apply for complimentary homemaker services once you're discharged. With Golden Care, you really get golden treatment. My dad deserves it, and so do you.
While thousands of Texomans were fighting long lines at malls and shops throughout the two-state area, south of the Red River, some Texomans were truly getting in the mood for Christmas. Grand Avenue Presbyterian Church is celebrating the season with a live nativity scene. It's the 43rd year the church has presented the colorful display, complete with baby, parents, and wise men.
We try to bring to life visually the Word of God and the story of Christmas.
More than 100 people have volunteered to help with the project. The live nativity scene will continue through Monday evening at the church. Rudolph and all the other reindeer won't be cleared for takeoff for another week, so Santa is finding more than one way to fly. The Ardmore JCs and King Aerospace are making sure Santa is able to get around. He left his sleigh in the garage and flew into the Ardmore Airport today. Old St. Nick unloaded a plane full of gifts for area children who have been good all year. One sponsor explains Santa isn't flying in any average plane.
On one side you have Barbie, on the other side it's G.I. Joe. I was kidding around with them. I thought, well, how about having Barney on one side and Big Bird on the other side? And they said, well, I know. They may think about that for next year.
The plane owner's son and daughter selected the design. And I was just going to say, it must have been quite a nice flight because the weather was beautiful today.
That's right, it was beautiful. There was just a few clouds, but nothing doing anything. Everybody enjoyed the weather today. I know I did. And I believe this great weather is going to continue, and I'll tell you all about it when we return.
I used to read meters out in the oil fields, and I read meters on this ranch. And I used to always think, boy, I'd give anything if this was my place. It's just hard to describe how pretty this ranch is. There's no way we could ever afford it. And then all of a sudden, wham, $27,264,000 something. I always thought it would really be neat to own that ranch, and now I do. It'll have lots of cows on it. It's so unreal. I mean, I can't hardly believe it sometimes.
Quick 26. Hey, nice Sonoma. Got myself one. In fact, I got two of them.
Two?
Yeah.
You must really like those new features.
Airbag, ABS brakes, maximum 140 horses.
Well, it's 191.
140, 191, whatever it takes. You know, Troy Ayton drives a GMC.
Is that right?
Yeah, me and old Troy work out together. In fact, I left him down the road a couple of miles.
Really?
Well, I gotta go now.
Why don't we just wait on old Troy?
One of the loneliest feelings in the world is being faced with an unexpected pregnancy. You've no one to turn to.
Hello?
You need help.
You doing all right, Miss Chapman?
I'm okay. And you know abortion isn't the answer. Well, help is as near as your yellow pages. Just look under Abortion Alternatives, where you'll find help in choosing life. If you're faced with an unexpected pregnancy, remember,
I'd like to talk to someone.
there's help at the other end of the line.
South Austin Grill in Denison makes low-fat dining delicious with our Tahoe's turkey burger blended with special Southwest flavors. Also try our Aztec Gold Chili made with ground turkey, sun-dried tomatoes, and more. Low-fat turkey dishes with a Southwestern style from South Austin Grill in Denison.
Well, this is Eisenhower's birthplace. It was a beautiful day out there. Had some mistletoe on the tree, and if you're out there, maybe you could have snuck in a kiss or so. Anyway, let's go on and take a look at our this morning's video. Early this morning, you look at that. Not a cloud in the sky across the area. Beautiful, but we did have some fog in some areas, just a few areas in North Texas, but some areas like Antlers and Ringling had some heavy frost. So you can expect that possibly for tomorrow morning in some areas. This is a subtropical jet stream ushering in a lot of clouds across South Texas and portions of East Texas, but you see it's staying south of the Red River and south of Sherman, so we don't have to worry about any of these clouds because there's a high pressure in the region, and that high pressure is going to keep all those clouds to our south, so we're going to enjoy another day of beautiful weather. 46 right now in Oklahoma City, 48 in Dallas, Fort Worth, 39 in Amarillo, 31 degrees in Denver, and there's that high pressure. Let's take a look at our current conditions. 42 in Ardmore, 48 in Sherman Denison, 49 in Paris, 51% is the humidity. Winds are very light from the northwest, 46 miles per hour, and the pressure is holding steady at a very high 30.26 inches at our sunrise and sunset. Texoma highs today, well, we were above the normal. The normal is 56. We actually had 63 degrees average after all these temperatures. 64 Antlers, though, 61 in Hugo, 60 in Paris, 66 in Nacona. So all in all, we saw temperatures basically in the 60s, but look at that Atoka, 67 degrees, as well as in Pulse Valley. So it got quite warm in some places, 68 in Duncan. But things are going to change tomorrow. We don't expect temperatures to be in the mid-60s. They will cool off just a little bit, so we'll have temperatures basically in the mid to upper 50s. So it's going to be a very cool day across the area tomorrow, so you may even need to take a jacket with you. But no wind chills tomorrow, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, this is what the national picture is looking like across most of the Midwest and the Ohio River Valley and the Mississippi River Valley, clear of most clouds, but the Northeast receiving some cloud cover as we place the features on the map. You can see is that frontal system that's causing a lot of the cloud covers in the Northeast, getting some chilly temperatures. In fact, some areas may receive some light snow overnight, but other than that, everything is looking great. Here's the high pressure, another high pressure, but we're going to keep our eye on that frontal system. There's one back behind it. That may come our way late next week, but at least for the next few days, we are going to enjoy some great weather. Monday, though, a dry start as we enter into closer and closer to Christmas. Tuesday, a perfect December day. And on Wednesday, can you believe it, all the great weather we're going to have. And on Thursday, change is on the way as another frontal system moves closer to the area, and we will be into winter. But can't say that we're going to have some snow at the beginning of this winter time. Let's go on now and take a look at our tonight's forecast. Clear and cold, areas of patchy fog in the morning. Low temperature between 28 and 32, a light and variable wind. Across Texoma tomorrow, you can expect temperatures in the upper 50s, a northeasterly wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour in the southwest corner. 57 at Sherman Denison, 59 at Gainesville and Nacona. Still the winds from the northeast, and in the northwest corner, a light and variable wind. 59 at Ada, 58 at Tishomingo and Medill and Marietta. In the northeast corner, 57 at McAllister. Still the light and variable wind. 57, though, at Antlers. Some areas may receive even 55, so it's going to be quite cold. Let's go on now and take a look at our extended forecast. We're going to call for temperatures for the entire period in the low 60s to upper 50s, getting down to the mid-50s by Thursday. A 30% chance of showers on Thursday. But our low temperatures, not any freezing temperatures this time, but perhaps as we get closer and closer into the week, maybe we'll get a freeze or some cooler temperatures into Christmas Eve morning and Christmas. Other than that, things are going to look great this week. Kristen?
Thanks a lot, Mia. Dave now joins us with sports. And the picture for the playoffs looks a little bit better for the Cowboys.
A little bit clearer, at least, for the Cowboys. They know kind of where they'll be playing now. The countdown to the playoffs indeed is on. The 49ers looking to clinch home field advantage in the NFC. We will have the highlights. And the high school playoffs wind down south of the Red River. Sports is next.
your official Wrangler PRCA Pro Rodeo dealer, is celebrating their 44th anniversary, and you're invited to join in on the fun. Gordon's Western Wear always features those great-looking Wrangler cowboy cut jeans in original or slim fit styling, in a great variety of pre-washed colors. Pick up a pair or two and don't miss our store full of incredible buys during our 44th anniversary celebration. Fun, prizes, and great-looking Wrangler shirts and jeans on sale now at Gordon's Western Wear, 211 West Main in downtown Denison.
You know, I gotta laugh when I hear Dodge and Chevy trying to badmouth Ford trucks. Because the fact is, Ford F-Series has more torque than Chevy, more horsepower than Dodge, plus more payload in a bigger pickup box. And now, during Ford's leadership drive, your Oklahoma Ford dealer is going to offer you something else Dodge and Chevy can't. Low 2.9 financing. Compare that to what they'll give you, and you'll see why we've been outset on them for 17 years running. Ford F-150 now at 2.9 financing. Only at your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Relaxed country living is yours if you buy a home or lot in Ridgemont Estates 2 in Durant. Currently available homes are 2,000 to 2,100 square feet plus double-car garage with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and spacious den. All are electric heat pump homes with underground city utilities, curbs, gutters, and paved streets. For further information about these homes or other lots for sale, phone Durant Bank and Trust or phone Bryan County Properties 22 agents serving your residential, commercial, and acreage needs. Whether you choose a new home or a lot to build your own, you'll love living at Ridgemont Estates 2 in Durant.
Topping tonight's sports, the 49ers and Broncos. San Francisco needing a win to clinch home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs. We take you to Candlestick Park. Beautiful day in San Francisco. Niners on the board first. Steve Young to Ricky Waters. The one-handed grab and the TD. One of 3 touchdowns for Waters on the afternoon. Still in the first half, Young to Jerry Rice. 28-6 Niners at the break. They win at 42-19. So if it comes down to Cowboys-Niners in the NFC Championship, the game would be in San Francisco. Lions and Vikes in Detroit. Warren Moon hooking up with Chris Carter. This catch gives Carter the NFL single-season record for most catches, breaking the previous mark set by the Packers' Sterling Sharp way back in 1992. That about the only bright spot for the Vikes. Second quarter, Dave Craig to Johnny Morton. Nice grab. It's 2010 Lions. Big day for Barry Sanders. 110 yards on the ground, including this 64-yard TD scamper. 41-19 is the final. The loss by the Vikings means the Cowboys are guaranteed of having the second-best record in the NFC. Barry Switzer's crew will battle New Orleans on Monday night at the Superdome. The Cowboys trying to bounce back from their disappointing loss to Cleveland. As we said, as far as the playoffs are concerned, the game is irrelevant, but the Cowboys sound like they still have something to prove.
A total mental letdown last week, but the good thing about this game is that you have 16 games to play in a regular season. That was just one of the 16. We have 2 more left, and we have 2 more opportunities to go out and actually show what kind of team we actually have.
The Southeastern Savages down in Mexico City taking on the Mexican national champs, the University of Monterrey. Some Mexican All-Stars also on that team. The game ends at a 24-24 tie. The Mexican team missed a 46-yard field goal that would have won the game as time expired. Texas Class 4A state finals, Stephenville, the team that eliminated both Denison and Sherman, taking on Lamarck at the Astrodome. The Cougars looking good early. Derek Foster, 55 yards and the touchdown, 14-0 Lamarck at the break. The Cougars looking to avenge last year's state final loss to the Jackets. For the second half, all Stephenville. Glenn Odell with the 60-yard TD pass to Jeffrey Thompson, and Stephenville completes its 16-0 season. Sherman gave them their closest game of the year. Stephenville wins this one, 32-17. Other state championship action in the, well, we'll start with the Class 2A, I guess. Goldthwaite wins the 2A title over Sherman. There's the Class 5A. John Tyler wins the 5A Division II crown over Austin Westlake. And Thorndale, the Class A state champs, 36-13 winners over Crawford. The Dallas Mavericks are out west battling the LA Clippers tonight. The Mavs at 10-8, only 3 wins shy of last year's victory total for the entire season. Meanwhile, the Clippers resembling the Mavs of old, 3-18 heading into tonight's ballgame. They are just underway at the Duck Pond in Anaheim. And right now, as you can see, the Mavs are leading the Clippers 31-23 as they start play in the second quarter. Rockets and Celtics at the Summit. Boston's Eric Montross with the spin around Hakeem gets the jam. That is Vernon Maxwell behind the back to Otis Thorpe for the layup. Dominique Wilkins, big first half, nails the 3 out of the corner. Boston up 1 at the break. They go on to win it by 3. 112-109 is the final. NBA scoreboard. The Spurs no problem with the Lakers. They win at 116-102. Detroit gets by Philly. Minnesota hands the Bullets their 5th straight loss. Miami over Atlanta. Kevin Willis, 24 points, 11 boards against his former mates. Hornets over the Nuggets behind 28 from Hersey Hawkins. The Bulls fall to Utah. And a couple of games out west, Sacramento is leading Phoenix in the 4th, and Seattle absolutely pummeling Orlando 61-34 at the half. Top 25 college hoops, Bob Knight's Indiana Hoosiers, who are struggling a bit this year, hosting number 3 Kansas, but IU looking tough early. Neil Reed, Knight's backdoor to Steve Hart. Hoosiers up 23 at the break. That score, music to the ears of John Hoosier Mellencamp, big Indiana fan. Second half, more of the same. Alan Henderson, nice move on the baseline for the Jam. It's 50-27 at that point. Kansas makes a bit of a run in the second half, but this is definitely Indiana's day. They win it 80-61. Some other Big 8 scores as we check out the college scoreboard. OU a winner over Jackson State, and 30 points for Randy Rutherford as OSU wins. ECU a winner over Paul Quinn, but you know, Paul playing 1-on-5 didn't really stand much of a chance. East Texas State a winner. Tech falls to number 6 Kentucky. Lamar playing alone, wins by 6 over the Cougars. TCU falls to Louisiana Tech. Montana State all over A&M at the break, 52-32. Now some top 10 scores. Number 1 North Carolina by 40 over VMI. UCLA leads LSU at the half. Number 5 UMass, no problem with the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. UTEP leads Arizona at the break, so that a potential upset in the brewing. And the Gators over the Seminoles, that one went to double overtime. Golf, the Johnny Walker World Championship in Jamaica. Some unconventional bag-carrying tactics employed by the caddies. Some impressive posture right there. Ernie Els opting for the donkey. Els running away with this one, hits the birdie putt on 17. He is at 14 under, 7 strokes ahead of fellow South African Nick Price, heading into tomorrow's final round. And finally tonight, the Oakland Ballet performing Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite. If that guy on the far left looks familiar, he should. It's Oakland A's manager Tony La Russa. La Russa joined in the performance by A's trainer Barry Weinberg and assistant coach Dave McKay. And Christian, it's good to see that old Tony La Russa is still finding something to do. The baseball strike, he's got some spare time in his hands, and why not don the tutu, right?
All right, thanks a lot, Dave. And it's a new movie by a star who's worth millions. But does star appeal make a movie good? We'll have a review when the Weekend Report continues.
Would you like a new Ford car or truck? Well, your Ford dealer must reduce inventory now. So get off the couch. Now's the time. Shake a leg. Move on up. Cruise. Sound urgent? It is. This is your last chance for 2.9% financing or $750 cash back on Ford F-150. Drastically reduce your monthly payments, or you could have no money down. All new Fords are priced to move. So hurry into your North Texas Ford dealer's last chance event by January 4th, when 2.9 or $750 cash back is history. Finito. That's it. Over. Yep, it's the final days. End all. No more. Done.
Hey, Santa, where you going? Oh, to Anthony's last chance sale for 2 days only with lots of half-price specials. Women's Keds, half price. Children's sweaters, half price. Women's lace-up booties, half price. Women's Remy acrylic sweaters, half price. Plus 0% interest and no payments till March when you use your Anthony's charge card at this 2-day last chance sale.
Hey, where you going? Anthony's.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Grayson Bank in downtown Sherman.
From Grayson Bank at Midway Mall, we want to wish you and your families a joyful and safe holiday season.
Season's greetings to you and your family from all the officers, employees, and directors of Grayson Bank at Independence Square in Sherman. Happy holidays!
Dumb and Dumber is a new movie by the man of 1,000 faces, but does the title say it all? Dennis Cunningham has this review.
Just who, I'm wondering, who is the film phenomenon of 1994? Now, the trendy would say, I'm pretty sure, Quentin Tarantino, the writer and the director of Pulp Fiction. Do you know what? It's probably Jim Carrey, who came bouncing off TV, well, Fox anyway, at the end of last year and into huge box office as Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, followed that with big box office In and As the Mask. My guess, though, is that there are only a few more minutes remaining in his 15 minutes of fame. His last gasp, just in time for the holidays, co-stars Jeff Daniels, and is called, most prophetically, Dumb and Dumber.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Talking about annoying, this movie will surely fill all your needs in the annoying department. Annoying Jim Carrey and annoying Jeff Daniels are friends and the Dumb and Dumber of the title. Dumb-esque is the movie's